Hello everyone, welcome back to EuroHub and welcome to the series of lectures in Gate Solution. And in this lecture, we will discuss some previous year questions of aerospace structures. And both these questions were asked in Gate 2011. Consider a beam in bending with a solid circular cross section of 1 millimeter square, which is subjected to a transverse shear force of 1 Newton. The shear stress at the center of the cross section in Newton per millimeter square is option A 2.60, option B 0.89, option C 1.33 and option D 1.69. Okay, so we have a circular cross section and this is a circular cross section and the area is 1 millimeter square and we have a shear force of 1 Newton. Okay, so they are asking to find out the shear stress at the center of the cross section. Okay, this is the section and you can see at the center we have something called the neutral axis. Neutral axis is an axis along which the bending stress is zero. But in the case of shear stress distribution for a circular section, we will be having maximum value of shear stress at the neutral axis. Okay, we will be having the maximum value of shear stress at the neutral axis. But in the case of bending stress, the value of bending stress at the neutral axis will be zero, and in the case of shear stress, the value will be maximum. So in this case, for a circular section, the neutral axis is passing through the centroid of the section. Therefore, we will be having maximum value of shear stress at the center. Okay, and we have formula to find out the value of shear stress. This is the general formula. Tau is equal to V, that is nothing but the shear force, Q, first moment of area, I, moment of inertia, and B, the thickness. Okay, this is the formula we are using to find out the value of shear stress for any section. Okay, so we have the value of shear force, we have to find out the value of moment of inertia, then we have to find out the value of first moment of area. Okay, this is really a complicated task. Okay, so if you are solving using this method, it will be very complicated. Okay, but we have direct formula to find out the value of shear stress at the center of the section. Okay, that we are deriving from this formula. So to find out the maximum value of shear stress, we have a direct formula, that is 4 by 3 into V, that's the shear force upon area. Okay, this is the formula we can use to find out the maximum value of shear stress. Okay, this is common for most of the sections. 4 by 3 into V by A. Okay, this is the formula I am using here. V is nothing but the shear force, that is 1 Newton. Area is 1 millimeter square. So practically in this case we have tau is equal to 4 by 3. Therefore the answer will be 1.33 Newton per millimeter square. Okay, the answer is option C. You have to remember that at the neutral axis we will be having maximum value of shear stress and the bending stress will be zero for any section. Okay, at neutral axis. Okay, now we will discuss the next question. A simply supported slender column of square cross section of width is equal to depth D. So we have to draw this diagram. This is section of the column and we have a square section. Okay, this is the section and it is designed such that it buckles at the same instant as it yields. Okay, therefore the buckling stress denoted as sigma b dash is equal to yield. Okay, the buckling stress is equal to the yield stress. Okay, sigma b dash is the buckling stress, sigma y is the yield stress. The length of the column is 1.57 meter and it is made up of material having Young's modulus of 200 gigapascal and the yield stress is 240 megapascal. The width of the column in centimeter should be option A 3 centimeter, option B 6.5, option C 6 centimeter, option D 2.45. Okay, so here we have the value of yield stress. Okay, that is 240 megapascal. We have to find the value of buckling stress. So buckling stress will be equal to the critical buckling load by the area. Okay, so what is critical buckling load here? P critical is equal to, according to Euler's theory, we have pi square into E I divided by L square. Okay, this is a simply supported, so it will be L square. Okay, so we have the Young's modulus. L is given. We have to find the value of I. I is the moment of inertia. So I is equal to, practically we have BD cube by 12. Okay, here the value of B is equal to D. So finally it will be D power 4 by 12. Okay, now we will substitute the value of E, I and L square, and then we will find out the value of buckling stress. Okay. We found out the value of moment of inertia. I will substitute in the equation to find out the critical buckling load. That is pi square into E. I is D power 4 divided by 12 L square. So we got the value of critical load. Now the buckling stress sigma B dash is equal to the critical load divided by the area. What is area here? We have a square of width and height is equal to D. So the area will be D square. So this will be P critical, that is this value. This entire value is the P critical. So this will be pi square E into D power 4 divided by 12 L square divided by D square. Okay, so finally I will be getting pi square E into D square. Can cancel out this thing. It will be 12 into L square. This is the value of sigma B dash. Okay, so we got the value of sigma B dash, and in the question they are given that the buckling stress will be equal to the sigma y, that's yield stress, and yield stress is 240 megapascal. 240 into 10 power 6 is equal to pi square into the value of E is 200 gigapascal, 210 power 9 into D square, that we have to find out, in divided by 12 into the value of L is 1.57 square. Okay, so I can find out the value of D square. So D square will be equal to 240 into 10 power 6 into 12 into 1.57 the whole square divided by pi square into 200 into 10 power 9. Okay, if I find out, it will be D square is equal to 0.0036 meter. So D will be equal to 0.06 meter. So we need the answer in centimeter. So D will be equal to 6 centimeter. Okay. So the option is option C, I think so. Okay. So that's all about this lecture. Thank you for listening. Take care.